Father of the Grooms, Marketing the Screenplay, William Hovey Smith, 2020. I'm an author, and most of my products are outdoor books. However, I also have a business book, Create Your Own Job Security. In this title, I advocate that anyone start their own businesses at any age, at any place, at any time, when they need to raise a little money, like maybe right now, and go through the process of selecting exactly what that business should be that's appropriate to your age, your education, and your goals. This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman. And today's discussion is how to market your screenplay. I'm an author, and I'm mostly noted for outdoor books. And among them are Practical Bow Fishing, Extreme Muzzleloading, and some 20 others. Now, I also have a business book, Create Your Own Job Security, where I advocate that you start your new business anytime, anywhere, at any age that you need to raise a little money, and tell you in great detail is how to select an appropriate business for you to start at this particular stage in your life. To the subject at hand, I've also written a novel, Father of the Grooms, and this has been published in a first draft edition. This novel concerns a Sicilian family who lives in Louisiana, and they have two sons who are now in their late 20s or so. One is a Marine captain, the other one is a frustrated artist, and they decide with the rest of their family, which includes their gay hairdresser uncle and sister, as well as their father and mother, to go to Sicily. And this is the first time in 3 generations that any of the American side of the family has ever gone to the island. And when they arrive on Monday, they are informed that the 2 guys are to be married on Friday to women they have never met, nor even ever heard of. And should they refuse, none of them will leave that island alive. This sets up an interesting series of events, which we are, of course, explore in the screenplay. Now, in order to write the screenplay, I have a previous YouTube video, and among the resources I used is the 90-day screenplay here, Lou Hunter's Screenwriting 101, and most significantly, the Hollywood Standard here, which covers screenplay, formatting, and layout. In order to aid me in writing the screenplay, bought a copy of the final draft screenwriting program, which deals with the nitty-gritties of formatting. So far as the screenplay itself, Father of the Grooms, the screenplay has gone through 3 iterations at this stage. The book contains more than 240 scenes. Not that many scenes can fit in the screenplay format. No way. You don't want to sit through a 6-hour movie. So consequently, you have to cut them down. And so the screenplay, as it was first written, was 126 pages. And now it's been reduced to 121 pages, and additional interior material has been added. So we've done a considerable revision of it. Now the question is, what do you do with your new screenplay? Well, it depends a lot on where you live. If I lived in LA or somewhere reasonably close, I would probably already know people in the film industry. But I don't. I'm down here in central Georgia, which is pretty far away from LA, or even New York for that matter, and some distance from Atlanta, where there is a film industry, but I haven't been participating in it. So I don't know people, I don't know agents, I don't know managers. So again, how do you get word out about your screenplay? Time was, it seems centuries ago now, that you actually submitted a screenplay to an agent. He read it, if he liked it, he would represent you. That doesn't happen anymore. First off, agents have more work now than they can do. They're sitting on stacks of screenplays this tall, and they don't even look at unsolicited material or even answer queries anymore for the most part. So, that's pretty well out. There are also now managers. Now, managers are more numerous than agents, and they will actually assist the screenwriters that they support in getting their screenplay approved, put in front of agents when needed, and help out generally. You can find out who they are, but likewise, many of them will not accept a screenplay just sent to them over the transom. They may apply to a query if it's short, brief, to the point, but many will not. So what alternatives are left? There are some good ones. And the one that I'm going to approach first is submit my screenplay to several screenwriting contests. Almost any film festival you've heard of, and many you haven't, have separate screenwriting contests. Some are broken down by genres. Some consider, say, only science fiction. Others take all kinds of materials. Some want short fiction. Some select work only from their student population, and so on and so on and so on. But there are probably more than 100 film festivals of various sorts in the U.S. You can look and find some of the more notable ones. Now, each of them has different times that you submit your material. All of them want them by email these days. None that I'm aware of actually want the physical copies of the manuscripts. So, you select the ones, you find out the dates they need the material submitted by, you make the proper application, and you send out your screenplay. And you, incidentally, will pay some money for this. Customarily these days, the fees are $55 for submittal. Why 55, I have no idea, but that seems to be the agreed upon price for submittal. And then for more money, say $150 or $200, they will actually give you written feedback on your screenplay, which can be very valuable. And incidentally, the readers are professionals in the film business. So your play may actually be read by an agent or a manager. If he likes it, whether your play actually wins a prize or not, he may agree to represent you first. If you win a prize, then you'll probably get some sort of cash money, as well as representation by agents and or reading of your entire script or other considerations. So, this is a way for a writer who is stuck out in the sticks, like I am, and many of us are, who has what he thinks or she thinks is a good screenplay, a way to get it out in the public. And that is what I'm going to do. Concerning putting your screenplay in the correct format for submittal. The Hollywood Standard here is one of the best guides in that regard. The screenplay itself is a very different format from a novel. and it requires a lot of really nitpicky details so far as line spacing, capitalizations, what element of the screenplay, whether it's action or dialogue or parentheticals, etc., goes where and exactly how it's rendered, quotation marks used or not, ellipses used or not, dashes used or not, and so on and so on and so on. There are many set conventions. These are 3 pages of the movie script which show you some of the formatting. Now, among the things that I have is Final Draft. Now, Final Draft is a program. It costs about $200, but it takes care of a lot of the nitty-gritty formatting problems that would otherwise drive a writer just about absolutely crazy. Trying to format everything exactly line by line. And in a previous video, I go through this. So these are vital elements to use if you want your screenplay to appear professional and get it really more than just, and thrown in the trash can. So far as my novel, book, screenplay, and movie is concerned, we're actually making some things. One of my characters, Luigi the Claw, has a very distinctive knife. And this is the knife that will actually appear in the movie. It's made out of Damascus steel, and I made it in my knife shop. And it's the real version of the one on the cover of the book, which is done in wood. This rather formidable looking gun in front of me here is a 1777 replica French musket. And I'm going to modify it as a hunting gun that one of my characters is going to actually take on a boar hunt in Sicily. And among the modifications I'm going to do to this very long, heavy gun is to trim its barrel length to right about here. In short, I'll take about a foot off the barrel, which will lighten the gun, make it much more handy, and we'll actually develop loads with it and shoot it. And I'll hunt with it here in Georgia. And there'll be videos concerning me building a gun and actually going on the hunt. So those will be coming in forthcoming weeks. And we'll actually use this as our principal hunting weapon this fall. For now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe, goodbye, God bless, and see you in the movies. Don't just submit your screenplay to one festival. Actually, submit it to a half dozen or so. Over a year's time, you'll be able to get feedback from some of the contests and actually rewrite your script before you submit it to others. For more information on my books, blogs, and more than 825 videos, you can go to my website, www.hoveysmith.com. To find out more about your potential business opportunities, go to makeyourownjobsecurity.com. To discover the latest on my book, screenplay, and movie project, Father of the Grooms, go to fatherofthegrooms.net. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless. See you in the movies.